A very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to the Lazarus Motor Show. My name is Steven Siegel, and I'm the host of this show. It's a really exciting show, a new initiative from the Lazarus Motor Company. It is all about connecting with their clients as well as new clients and sharing, obviously, some of the wisdom and knowledge that they've gained over the years. It's also about telling you a little bit more about the company itself, and that it's not just about making car sales or selling cars. It's about getting to know the customer, their client, and eventually, obviously, you become part of the family. And that's what I ended up becoming over the years of me dealing with the Lazarus Motor Company and the various different brands. I mean, I started out, I think it was with the Mazda 2, absolutely loved it. And now I'm doing the show today about the Mazda 2. It's so interesting. And then I got to know, obviously, the organization and the people behind, and I really loved what they stood for. So in doing that, I approached, obviously, the Lazarus Motor Company, Colin Lazarus, and I spoke to their team and Ross, and as well as Madeleine, and I chatted to them and said, listen, you guys have got such a great energy, such a great business. I'd love to do something with it. And then obviously it formulated, and now we have got the Lazarus Motor Show. So in season 1, it's all about introducing you to the Lazarus Motor Company as well as the different dealerships that it has. So we started with Ford, and now we have moved on to Lazarus Mazda. So I was driving the CX-5, the Mazda 3. We're going to be going into that a little bit more into the show. Just in case you don't know what the show's about, I'm just giving you a little bit of behind the scenes. And then obviously this week I test driven the Mazda 2, which was really fun, zippy, and brought back such amazing memories. So that's what the show's about, those of you that are out there. I just want to make sure that those of you that are watching, you can obviously hear me and everything's good. So I'd like to, if you can, just give me a comment in the comment section. Just so I can know that the sound's good, you're seeing me all right, and everything is going good. You're also allowed to interact with regards to us asking questions, finding out more. There is a great special that Mazda is running that you'll definitely want to know about. We talked about it in 2 previous shows, but this one you have to stay and listen to what deal Mazda has to offer you and some of the specials. We've also got the style master himself, Tronics, that is going to be joining us here. He's looking great. You'll see the whole setup. So he's going to come and chat to us a little bit more in depth about obviously himself and what, how he started with regards to the company and loving cars, and then obviously the Mazda 2 and the Mazda range that I went through. So those of you that are watching, if you can, just drop me a message just on the side, or a comment or a thumbs up, just so I know that you are watching and you can hear me good. It's that easy. Even a smile just to help out here with the nerves. I see Tronics smiling in the background there. He's having some fun. So he can definitely hear me on that side. All right. So while we're waiting for that, again, those of you that do want to go and check out the Lazarus Motor Company and see what they have, I'm just going to quickly drop a banner in here so that you can go and have a look at the website if you want to. We will be exploring the website a little bit later. It's laz.co.za. And then you can also contact them through their contact number, which is going down below here. All right, so let's jump into it. Those of you that are out and watching, make sure you send us a comment. There it is. Thank you. The first one. Thank you so much. Got you. Thank you, sir. Love it. All right, so let's move on and let me show you what I had to experience with the Mazda 2. It was a beautiful car. Obviously, we've gone through various different cars, from SUVs. I've gone into buckies. I've gone into off-roads. I've gone into quite a bit of different cars over the couple of weeks, and this Mazda 2 really surprised me, and I loved the drive that it gave. So let's quickly jump into it. My review or my feedback of driving the Mazda 2. Let's see what I thought of it.
Hi there everyone, and welcome to this week's show. So we are jumping into the Mazda 2, a beautiful small car from Mazda, again following the same distinctive lines and makeup as obviously the CX-5, the Mazda 3 that I jumped into, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about the CX-3, but hopefully I'll be test driving that in season 2. Starting on the outside of the vehicle, you'll see it's got that distinctive Mazda lines, a beautiful grille, lighting setup, as well as a rounded off tail. So a beautiful looking car from the outside. It's a 4-door vehicle, this one that I'm in. I'm actually driving the individual. That's why you'll see the seats next to me over here have got a leather and suede mixture on them. So then jumping in, since we're talking about jumping into the vehicle, you'll see again another space age kind of look for Mazda. You jump into the vehicle, you've got your full setup here on the actual steering wheel. Then you move on to the analog. There is an analog display that's for the speedometer, and then there are two digital displays that pop up on either side. Again, beautiful designing, beautiful detailing. I really love the finishing off on the Mazda. You'll see that there is silver as well as leather inlays. The air conditioning is really future age. I love the vents that come out of here. And then you move on to obviously the side of the vehicle where you have got your various different controls for your windows and obviously your rearview mirror and, well, side mirrors, let's put it that way. And then you move, let's just have a look back up to here. The actual indicated handles are nice and big so that obviously when you are needing to turn, you don't miss that turning by missing the indicator that us Durbanites like to not use that well. So moving across to the center console, you will see that there's a beautiful display, touchscreen. It also disconnects while you are driving so that you use your control command over here by your hand, which is next to the handbrake. It's got all the functions that you need, obviously, from your music to your home button to navigation, your favorites button. I love that favorites button because you can store your favorite items where you want them and it will automatically go there. You've got your return key and then your volume control. And what I like about the Mazda setup with regards to volume and the actual moving to next track is you just move the little volume key to the right or to the left to go forward track or back a track. But you can obviously do the same thing on your steering wheel, keeping your eyes obviously up here, which is great. Then on the individual, I've got the manual. It's interesting because I've been driving a lot of automatics and it was really great to jump back into a manual car when you can take control, because this is an 82 kilowatt vehicle with 145 Newton meters of torque. So it's got that oomph and it really, I love to be able to just drop it in down a gear and overtake. So you'll see it's all about overtaking for me and, you know, having just that little bit of speed when someone pulls in front of you or you need to do something to be able to avoid whatever it is. Then you move across to the passenger side, nice leg room, nice height. You'll see I'm not a short guy and it has got quite a bit of height above me. Then into the back, again, beautifully set up, a lot of space and really, really well thought out. So we're going to take it for a drive and I will tell you more later. So driving the Mazda 2 is really enjoyable. I love that it's nippy. I love having gears that I can obviously push the car a little bit and have some fun and actually drive a vehicle. Being a slightly smaller car, I've been able to go to a couple of shopping centers and parking is a breeze. What I really love is the soft steering that Mazda has on all its vehicles. It's so easy to, you pretty much can use your pinky and turn the vehicle. Not that you should, but it's just that easy. Then obviously with regards to driving it, it's got that extra bit of pace, like 82 kilowatts and 145 Newton meters of torque. So what that means is that you've just got that little bit of punch when it needs to overtake or you need to avoid something. So all around a great car, outside, inside, a really nice drive. Yeah, if you want something nippy, fun, great looking, this is the car for you. So again, well done Mazda on a beautiful vehicle. This Mazda 2, this is the individual, like I said, is phenomenal. I really, really loved it. And I'm looking forward to the next time I jump into one of your Mazdas. Until then, stay tuned.
All right, so that was my experience of the Mazda 2. Really enjoyed it. I could jumped into a little bit more depth than I normally do, but I really enjoyed going through the Mazda range and all it had to offer. I'm going to be bringing up, obviously, Tronics just to be able to tell me a little bit more about the vehicle and some of the things that I might have missed or not told you. Just one more look quickly before we bring Tronics on. I'm going to show you this vehicle, how beautiful it really is. That is it here, looking really classy, beautiful lines. It's definitely something that I would take and be proud of to take anywhere with me. All right, so let's bring Tronics up onto the screen. You'll see I'm presenting through there, and then I've got my whole setup down here. So let's get Tronics on. Hey, Tronics, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, Stephen, and good afternoon, South Africa. Hello, how are you doing, guys? And good afternoon to all the ladies.
Check out that smile. I absolutely love it. Tronics, you are a legend. Tell me, how was your weekend? What were you up to? What were you up to?
It was eventful and nice. I've spent it most of the time with the family. Nothing much to say, but I've spent it most of the time with the family, which is what I miss most because of I'm committed to make this brand to become even better than just a brand, but a premium brand.
I love that. So now tell me, since you're talking about the brand and how, you are absolutely passionate, and I mean, you are the style master, like I said, when you come into the Mazda dealership, man, you are sorted out, look great. But now tell me, I want to ask you, when did your love for cars and tell me a little bit more about your history with regards to vehicles and selling vehicles, and then obviously when you joined up with Lazarus.
Stephen, I loved cars as much as I can remember that. Maybe 6 years or 5 years, and I always had passion with cars, even though I couldn't afford one then, but I always loved cars, but most specifically, fast cars. But when I was introduced to Lazarus Motor Company in 2007 on the 1st of April, that's when I realized that this is where I want to be. This is where my passion is at. Because, when you get to a company where you realize that everyone bleed and breathe cars, it makes you, it brings the best in you because of they actually just souping what you've already have in you. So this is what I've experienced when I get to this company. And Mr. Colin Lazarus, he's a tons and tons of business man. The idea behind the passion of loving cars, the collection of vintage cars, it's amazing. It's remarkable how they love cars. You can talk about anything with them until you talk about cars. That's when they start listening to you.
That's how happens.
That's how crazy they love cars. You know what I mean? So
absolutely love it.
Yes. I'm like another thing that I would like to add on is that if you're doing something that you love, you always excel in it.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything that you do in life that you love, you always excel in it. So, Mr. Lazarus, there was Mr. Gerard Fesser, may his soul rest in peace. He was my DP.
Yeah.
When they welcomed me here, I was a young boy and I was trained adequately. I've been taken to Swartkop and Kyalami and Harte PS, all the advanced driving lessons. I've went through that. And that has made me a person that I am today. And with that, I will never, never discount my appreciation. And I will always acknowledge that from the company.
Absolutely, man. That is, I actually get that warm feeling that you were there for so long. And I mean, you've been through all the different brands, and now you've ended up with Mazda, and obviously a brand that you're absolutely loving and enjoying. Because I can see that smile, and I can see you even at the office for us here. I got the Mazda in the background there. Absolutely love it. Now, tell me, talking about. Tell me. Talking about the Mazda brand, what have you found? I mean, you've been through a whole lot of different brands, and I know I'm going off script a little bit because, with these kind of things, I normally give some of the questions, so, but with regards to, tell me, the Mazda brand for you, what does it mean to you, and what do you think of it? Because, I was quite surprised. I'll just tell you what I'm thinking is that, I was quite surprised when I saw Mazda, the new look and the new feel, and it's just become so luxurious, trendy. Tell me a little bit more about the brand and how you feel about the brand.
Look, like one thing I love about the brand, I would always look at the brand as like a small fish that never stopped growing to become a shark. So that's why today I can stand out and say Mazda is an alternative premium brand. So if you cannot afford the premium brand, you can always get a Mazda because you'll get the same comfort, the same reliability, efficiency, and it's the vehicle that will click with your personality, love, and all that. So with the brand, another thing that I like, it doesn't look like any other vehicle, which makes the brand unique. You can be able to see the Mazda from the distance. From the headlights to the tail lights, you can tell that is the Mazda. That's why today, I would stand here and say the impossible made possible.
Absolutely. And I mean, from coming out of Ford's, homestead, if I can pull it that side, and going into your own stable. And I mean, the cars are iconic. Now that I'm driving it, I see Mazdas and the CX-5 everywhere. And I mean, the Mazda 2s, I truly, truly loved it. And let's jump onto the Mazda 2. The Mazda 2 is a beautiful, beautiful car. It's a small car. It's nippy. It's great on fuel consumption. Tell me, what sort of client would you say would look at a Mazda 2?
Look, our Mazda 2 is the smallest vehicle in our range, but I wouldn't specifically say it belongs to a certain market, because we can sell it to a graduate, we can sell it to a pensioner, we can sell it to anyone that would love the vehicle that is more efficient, something that will cost less in terms of petrol consumption. But all I can say is that Mazda 2, it's a 1.5 engine, all of them.
Yeah.
It's solid on the road, it handles easier. It's easy to click with a driver. If you look at the vehicle and the human centricity, you can be able to tell that everything is in front of you. So you don't look for the features. They're right in front of you, which that takes your eyes off the features of the vehicle. You can focus on the road, but all the features are right in front of you, which that makes the brand elegant and it makes the brand reliable, as well as competitive as well. And one thing I like about is that even if, let's say, for people like the reps, people that drives a lot, they can be able to drive a Mazda 2 with our 3 years unlimited service plan, as well as the warranty. We actually say to you, take a Mazda 2 and show us if you can finish the engine. You won't, because the engine is strong, it's reliable, and it's been distinctively designed.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that unlimited mileage is phenomenal. Anyone that's traveling. And I mean, you know, what's interesting is I've been obviously around different types of premium brands. And what's so interesting is that you have owners of high-end brands. You're talking about 2, 3, 4 million rand cars, but the everyday runner to work is normally something like a Mazda 2, Mazda 3, something like that. Not necessarily this brand, but they have got those runaround cars. And this is what the key is that a lot of us are looking, you know, we want to be prestigious and all of that. This car is beautiful, it's iconic, and the fuel consumption is awesome. And I love that it's so small that I can literally zip in and out without the traffic. And then obviously find parkings that I normally wouldn't find parkings. So tell me also on that side of things, I mean, so if you look at the Mazda 2, and what are some of the key features that you think makes it stand out from the rest of its, let's say, competitors? Can you hear me?
Look, before I can say a lot about the features. Yes, I can hear you. Before I could say a lot about the features, when we talk to our customers, we don't talk about the features. We talk about the benefits. But when we talk at Lazarus, we are not salespeople at Lazarus. We brand specialists, because we can get anybody that is clueless about the brand and make him or her understand the product. When they leave the premises, they know everything about the car. So firstly, our engines are normal aspirated engines, for a simple reason that if you have the normal aspirated engines, we don't have turbocharged engines in the Mazda. For one simple reason that it's easy and it's cheaper to sustain the vehicle after the motor plan. After that 3 years, it's still gonna be cheaper for you to sustain the vehicle because it's not turbocharged, and the vehicle is nippier. The vehicle can be able to handle well on the road with less noise, vibration, harshness, and the vehicle will also provide you with the speed that one would expect. Obviously, you cannot fly because there's cameras every corner. But with regard to the Mazda 2, someone will look at it and say it's a small vehicle. It is not. People that are tall, they can be able to fit in with the car. The leg room is there. There you can get all the basic features we have. So what makes us different from other branded Mazda is that we don't sell most of the extras. For example, if you look at the Mazda 2 1.5 dynamic base manual, you will still get your cruise control, you get your MZD control, you get your touch screen, you still have your 6-speed.
Yeah.
So with that, we've got the electronic windows front and back. You still have your alloy wheels, which that other brands, they do sell it to the customer. With us, what you see is what you get. And that's what makes the
Love
brand
it.
special. That's why I can never say to someone, if you cannot buy a Mazda, go buy a premium brand.
I love it.
If you cannot buy the Mazda, go buy the premium. Unfortunately, I can't mention name, but as well as I cannot trample on the competitors. But the
Yeah.
other competitors, they will sell you your aircon, your power folding mirrors, your MZD control, your cruise control, your tilt and telescopic adjustable steering control, which that allows each and every person that gets into the car, regardless of their height, they can be able to adjust the steering with a position that they prefer. And then they can cruise and enjoy the ride with a Mazda. If
I
there's
absolutely love it.
a Mazda, it is a Mazda.
No, for sure. Well, you know what I loved, sorry, and I want to step back into it. What I really, because sorry, I'm that person that shows the emotions. When you say something amazing and you're saying, you're not a salesman, you're a brand specialist, absolutely. Yes. And then also not selling features. That's very true. I mean, when we had a conversation is you were talking about, it's not about someone coming in and asking about features. It's about what is right for them. And I love that kind of that you're actually getting to know the person and building something for them. So tell me, I just want to jump on since, can you give me insight? I just want to know before, because I also want to chat about the CX3 because I haven't got a chance to drive it yet. But before we jump onto that, if someone wants to come in, I know you mentioned the entry level, just give me the entry level, like what it would be in the Mazda 2 range, then the mid-level in Mazda 2 range, and then the top end, which is obviously, I think, the individual that I was driving. Just give me the three different ones.
Thank you for asking that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The Mazda 2, the base model one, the basic features that you can get in a vehicle, it's the air conditioner, the electronic windows, and you can be able to get the radio, the USB ports, and you've got the dual airbags as well. So that's what you can get on a base model or the entry-level one. Then when you move up to the dynamic model, you'll get an MZD control, you've got an alloy wheels, and then you've got the power folding mirrors, and then you've got your cruise control, you've got a Bluetooth, as well as the tilt and telescopic adjustable steering control as well.
Absolutely awesome. Awesome.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the range model. You'll get a nice bigger rims, and then you've got a partial leather seat. You've got a rear view camera as well, and then you still have the keyless entry, which it allows you to access the vehicle without having to use the key manually. Actually, that's what you get on our top of the range model. Which to other brands you still have to buy those as extras. But with Mazda, you get them as standard because we value our customers. They're actually not our customers. They're our business partners, yes.
Love it. You know what I enjoyed about that, and sorry, while I was busy showing the features there while you're busy talking, is it's a small thing which is interesting for me. What I enjoyed with the Mazda is that, there's the new system where you have to put your hand, the minute you put your hand into the door handle to pull it, it opens for you. As obviously if you're in range of the vehicle. Now, what I was doing is I'm one of those OCD kind of people. So did I lock the car? Didn't I lock the car? Did I get jammed? Didn't I get jammed? So now what happens is I've got the key with me and I go and try and pull on the door and it opens automatically. However, with the Mazdas, what I love is that you've got the keyless, but you have to push the button. So if you don't push the button, you can check that your doors are locked. It's a small thing, but it's something that for me, it really helps me on day to day to check that my car's safe and locked up. So tell me CX3. Let's chat a little bit CX3 because I haven't had a chance on that. Hopefully season 2 I will, but chat to me about the CX3 if that's okay.
Our CX3, it's our crossover, which is also distinctly designed. With the CX3, they all come with 2-liter engines with 115 kilowatt, about 206 liters of torque. What I like about the CX3 is that the difference between the models is just bells and whistles, but the engines are the same. So if you look at our entry-level model, you will get your Bluetooth, your air conditioner, the rims and all that. But if you go to the dynamic model, you still get your MZD control, the keyless entry start, and then you get your start button, you've got your walk-away lock, and And another thing that I like about the CX3 is that it has a similar engine with the CX5 engine, but the CX5 engine has been detuned, which it performs better. But what I like as well about the CX3 is the ground clearance. It comes with a decent ground clearance, which it allows someone that stays in a farm, in a rural areas, someone that knows that ground clearance is imperative to them. So what I like about it, it can be able to offer that service with those kind of customers. You can be someone who've got 2 kids, you can still be able to survive with a CX3 for what the vehicle can offer in terms of benefits, in terms of efficiency, economically, and reliability as well.
Absolutely love it. And those of you that, if you want to check, so I'm busy scrolling through the screens. If you want to have a look, I'll show you now. You can go to laz.co.za. I'm just going to share it right now. And then you go to dealers and you click on the Mazda icon. And then you can go and see some of the specials and what the Lazarus Mazda has to offer. Talking about that, I'm just going to quickly put the banner at the bottom so you can go and have a look to make sure that you can get to that website. There it is there. All right. So on that, tell me, Tronics, do you have some amazing specials for us? I see here's already one that popped up for me.
We do have the special on different vehicles from the Mazda 2, from the CX3 and the CX5 as well. The reason why we do have specials is because of we want to gain as much as we can in terms of customers that they're looking at spending more money. We're trying to save people more money. As you understand, that times are tough. But with Mazda, it actually allows you to breathe. After spending money on an installment, it allows you to run other errands or to spend money on other expenses without having to feel that you own the vehicle. Remember that with the Mazda, the impossible made possible. What makes the brand special is that we don't sell the extras. We give everything the way it is. The Japanese make sure that customers pays less for more. So that's what makes us special. And the brand is growing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the brand is growing, it allows everyone to associate themselves with the product. And when they associate themselves with a product, it's not a high risk vehicle for hijacking. It's a safety vehicle. Most of our cars, they 5-star Euro NCAP safeties. So you're not just buying a car. You're buying safety. You're buying reliability. You buy something that's efficient. You buy something that clicks with your personality. Like you, Stephen, you like style. You like going out. You like to be recognized. So a Mazda, it's a perfect product for people like you.
I love it.
When you drive a Mazda at night, you don't look left and right when you stand at the robot and think someone can come and take my car. For one simple reason is that our parts, they don't fit from the old Mazda 2008 Mazda 2 to a 2020 Mazda 2. That gives people peace of mind, and they cheaper to support after the motor play. If you can't have a Mazda, please buy another Mazda.
Absolutely love it. No, thank you so much. So thank you very, very much. So tell me, out of the vehicles that we've discussed, which would you choose? Which would be your car of choice in the Mazda range?
I'll choose the one my wife loves. It's a CX5. For one simple reason, I'm a family man. So that's the vehicle that's more family oriented. Most of our vehicles, they have bigger boots, which allows you to put more luggages at the back, to put more families at the back. Because remember, each client buys a car for different reasons. Some people buy the car because of they want something bigger. Some they buy the car because something reliable, that's small, nippier, like your Mazda 2, it's more nippier, it's solid on the road, it handles well. Some people, they buy cars because of the one speed, which we still have your 2.5 individual. You've got a 2.2 diesel Akira, which they have plenty of the features that come standard with it. With our cars, you only tint the windows. You only tint the windows and you go. Fellow South Africans, if you want to save and be happy and spend less and have a peace of mind financially, there's nothing better than a Mazda.
I love that. I love that.
And
Tronics,
not
you've been an absolute
specialist. Remember, I'm just explaining what our product can provide to our business partners. You call them customers. I call them our business customer. One thing I like about Mazda as well is that after each and every sale, we do have a follow-up department, marketing department, that they want to find out, do you love the car? Is this what you anticipated? Are you happy with what you bought? Is there anything you think will
That's
improve?
important.
We're not order takers, we're brand specialists. We allow people to explore on the brand. We allow people to learn and understand the product so that they don't feel like they're just here to spend their money. We don't want customers. We want loyalty from the customers. That's what we want to retain the business. We want loyalty. We have passion on the product. Mazda it will never be expensive. It will just cost a little bit of money, but you will get more. Yes, that's Mazda. The impossible made possible.
My man, you are a legend. Thank you so much for your time and sharing it with us. I love your passion. I love what you've shared with, obviously, with us. I mean, those of you that are watching, you can see the true passion behind it. Tronics, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much for giving off your weekend to join us, coming all the way back to join us this thing. Thank you very much.
Steven, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to everyone that's watching. We appreciate this Lazarus Motor Company. We acknowledge, we appreciate, we are nothing without customers. We will never think we are ahead of you. We will never think we're better than the customers. Without customers, we're nothing. We're nothing. As I'm sitting here, I am nothing. We want to say to all the South African, if you want to know the true experience of service, come here. We don't want your money, we want your loyalty. And with the service, we believe that you will come back and ask for more. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. We got some great there. Thank you to you guys. All right, Tronics, all the best. Have a great one. And I'll see you back on next week. I'll come visit you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Cheers. Bye. Cheers. Bye. Ladies and gents, that is Tronics, brand specialist as Lazarus Motors. You can see, I actually get that warm, fuzzy feeling because I love seeing passion with regards to when someone does something and passion for a brand. And you can see it's not just about selling cars. It's about engaging. It's about giving you something that is right for you. And a lot of the time, you know, I went in with preconceptions of what I need and how I need it. And a true salesman and I hate saying salesman because he is a brand specialist, but a true person that wants to give you what you want will ask you some key questions and actually diagnose and say, actually, you do want that, but what I'm seeing is this and that and the next thing. And that's where true specialists come in. And that's where people that know what they're doing find out what you actually need. Because let's be honest, and you're all noticing it now, that the highways are getting busier. There's becoming traffic jams again. Before, obviously, in lockdown 3, 4, and all that, there was hardly any cars on the road. Now it's getting busy again. Now you're starting to watch your fuel consumption. Now you're wanting something that is really efficient. And obviously, with the special, and I'm going to quickly pump it up there again, that Mazda's offering, you'll definitely want to go and consider it. Here it is here. So that's one of them, Mazda 3. You can take a break and pay only in February 2021. And then moving on to, obviously, the CX-5 side of things, again, also 2021. Those are two phenomenal deals. I absolutely love that is coming through. And thank you so much for all the support. And those of you that are watching and those of you that are sharing this, the idea is to be able to share the passion, share the love, obviously for the vehicle game and for Lazarus Motor Company and the different dealerships that are in it. So I am going to be jumping off and leaving Mazda for this season. Season 2, we'll jump back in with Mazda, where we get to drive and get some fun behind the brand, obviously trying out some things. Hopefully lockdown won't be hindering some of the cool stuff that we've got planned. Next week, we are going to be I'm going to be visiting Kia. So we're going to go and have a look at Lazarus Kia and some of the vehicles they have to offer. And then the week after after that 4 weeks that I'm with them, I'm going to be going to Jaguar Land Rover Centurion as well. So we got a whole lot lined up for you. Please share this with your friends and family. I thank you for joining. We thank you for joining, and we hope you learned something. And if you want that vehicle, don't forget to go and have a look at laz.co.za and check out what specials and deals they have for you. Other than that, have a great weekend. I hope you are staying safe and staying healthy. Keep a smile. That's what's going to get you through it. Till next week, all the best. This is Steven Siegel and the Lazarus Motor Show. Till next week, all the best. Bye.